HPV, but HPV leads to cancer, cervical cancer. So then now they have a injection out called Gardasil. I personally believe it's a good thing because it blocks that strand of HPV that can cause cancer. So you get it pretty young, up to 26, I believe. You can't get it when you're pregnant and nursing, but check into that with your doctor, pap smear. Another thing, genital warts and and herpes. If you're pregnant and you know you have herpes, there's medications that you can take when the virus is active. Because if you have herpes and some of these viral things, you can get tested for it, and if it's not active in your system at that time, it won't come up. So the only way to really know if you have a lesion, they test the lesion and see if it's active. But what I want to get to, if you're pregnant and you're not taking medications for herpes or any type of viral infection, it can get to your baby because you shed. That's when the virus is active in your system, and it fluffs soft inside the placenta, and so your baby can be born with lesions all over his body. When I first became a nurse, I saw a baby that had lesions everywhere so bad it couldn't even eat. So please make sure if you have herpes, or if your partner has herpes, or even if you don't have herpes, just to be prophylactic, meaning to, just to be on point, you can take antivirals to make sure that your baby don't even get these things, because you can have herpes and it never come up, and then you can have a baby with all these problems. So please make sure you're on point with that. Okay? As far as the men go, I know it might not be a lot of men that watch this, so ladies, please make sure, I'm on point with my husband, please make sure that you stay on point. Just like we check our breasts, men should be checking their testicles, because there are two things that are killing us African Americans, black people, because we don't check. Please just get the word out. I just really want to help. Testicular cancer and prostate cancer. The first thing with prostate cancer, you really don't know. I got a picture of the prostate. Let me show you this. Okay. The prostate. The prostate is the gland that's around the urethra. That is the tube, so to speak, that you urinate out of. Females and males have one. That's the thing where if you have to get a catheter, they put that in there. Anyway, but it sits around there like a little circle, and the urethra goes through it. The first sign that a man has a problem with his prostate is, and it cuts off that little tube, so to speak. So imagine if it's a straw, it's squeezing. So they have problems with urination. It takes them a minute to get that stream going. That's the first sign. So ladies, if your husband or boyfriend or father, just talk to him and say, hey daddy, if you have any problems with this, get yourself checked out, or hey, blah blah blah, because they might act like they're not listening, but if they ever have a problem, it will ding in their head and they'll be like, let me get this checked out, because most people just don't even know what a prostate is. With the testicular cancer, just like I said, that women, we check our breasts. Make sure you check them once a month. Women check our breasts once a month. Men should be checking their testicles. Testicular cancer is a growth on the testicles, those little things that hang down on their nuts. I like that word, nuts. On their balls, on their sack. Okay, carried away. But okay, it'll feel like, just like we check our breasts, it'll feel like a little lump. It'll feel like a lump in the testicles. So they should be checking those suckers to make sure there's not any lumps, because there's no age limit on this also, fellas, being a vegetarian. Another thing I want to say, I just want to hit on this. I don't know too much about being a vegetarian, but from a health standpoint, I want to say no matter how you, what you decide to eat, make sure you're getting all your nutrients in here. And I want to show you a picture of a food pyramid. Okay. Um, we should eat a small amount of the fats and all that good stuff, the Debbie cakes and all them Snicker bars and stuff and Twinkies. Don't eat too much of that stuff because your cholesterol will be out of whack. I want to talk about that in another video. Cholesterol will be out of whack. You can become diabetic, and there's no Twinkie that can make me want to become a diabetic. Checking my sugar, that stuff hurts. I have patients that, tell me, oh, I used to eat blah, blah, blah. Please just limit that stuff. If you gotta have it, try to get one that's not so bad for you and not eat it so often. And with your milks and cheese and yogurt, all that stuff, 2 or 3 servings a day. If you're not eating meat, make sure you get some kind of dry beans, nuts, all that good stuff, so you can still get the nutrients in the place of meat. Not just women, men also. Get your multivitamin. People, it's good for your hair, your skin, your complexion. You want to have it helps with the marks. The biotin, good for your hair, good for your digestive system. And if you're, the digestive. If you're having a problem, having a BM, or if you have any type of blood or mucus in your BM, get that checked out. Don't let that go, please. Okay, back to the food. 3 to 5 servings of vegetables. Vegetables are good for you. If you don't, and then another thing, okay, those little blender things, Miss Vegetarian, because I want to work my way to become a vegetarian. I know it's not just not eating meat. It's a life change. It's a process. It's becoming a better person. It enhances you. But what I was thinking about, those little blender things or the food processors, if you don't have the money to get juicers, not processors, the juicers, just get a blender, because you need that fiber. That's because the juicers take the pulps and all those little pieces out. You need that because that'll help with your digestive system. So if you just want to get a blender, blend up tomato and some carrots, blend that stuff up, put it with a little orange juice, drink that. That's good for you. Eat you some beans. That's good for protein. Eat this stuff. Bread, 6 to 11 servings. Okay, I'm good. Another thing, on the Discovery Channel, I watch this. I love Discovery Channel. I like the animals, they be eating each other and shit. Excuse my French. But the Discovery Channel, this was very interesting to me. It showed research, not just people pulling shit out their ass. Research, that whatever you eat not only affects your health, but it affects your grandkids. So if mommy and daddy, blah, 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 whatever, I'm having issues with what my grandma ate, basically. Well, I'm not having issues, but I'm just saying. So don't be selfish. Whatever you put into your body, it's going to affect your grandkids. I wish I would have remembered the topic, what they called it, something genetic, something other. But it was on the Discovery Channel like last week, and I was like, whoa, I'm gonna put that in my video, because that's crazy. You think that whatever you intake is gonna just affect your health, so what, you become diabetic, so what, you're fat as hell, so what, blah, blah, blah. But your grandkids are gonna have these issues, and it showed that the grandkids were affected by grandmama's sweet intake, and the grandkids had heart problems, become diabetic, and blah, blah, blah. So please just take care of yourself. I'm gonna do a video on working out at home. I know I have my ab lounge and my elliptical, but everybody don't have that kind of crap. And I want to show you that you can work out at home without buying stuff, using the chair out your kitchen, using your phone book. I want to show you certain ways, using a big ass can of soup, using stuff like that to work your abs, work your butt, work your legs, work your arms, your triceps, biceps, work all that good stuff. We're going to do a little video, hopefully next week or pretty soon, just to show you guys that you don't have to buy all this junk, and you can get a good workout, tone yourself up, be healthy, and even if you having these heart problems or cholesterol problems, you can try to switch some of that around, because it can be decreased if you increase your exercise. So I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Please share this information with your family members, so if they ever have any of these symptoms of anything going on, they'll get themselves checked out. And if this video helped one person, I'm so thankful, because I don't want to see anybody else die. I don't want to keep seeing all these sick people just because they didn't know. So if you know the information and